Welcome to the channel. Make sure you hit that like button, drop a comment, subscribe so you can stay tuned in. In this video right here, I want to talk about home defense and what are my opinions on home defense as of right now. What are my thoughts that I like to share with you guys to hopefully give you something to think about that'll help you get your home defense setups to be to the best standards that you can get them to be. Because I've been watching hold on, I have to adjust my chair. I've been watching a few home defense videos, and it's not a lot of videos well, it probably is, but the way YouTube works, it's like they only show within like the few times you scroll down to see different videos, after about 5 times I did that. Well, basically they only show like a lot of videos that you already watch, or from the popular gun YouTubers, people that's in the algorithms and stuff already. You get what I'm saying? And it just starts to look redundant, but it's not a lot of specific videos that I found, and I'm gonna continue looking. But from what I was being able to see on the little due diligence I was doing early on this specific subject, everything was mostly like a broad spectrum as far as speaking about home defense. That or people who live in, again, these people are like popular gun tubers and people algorithms, they doing well for themselves. You get what I'm saying? So their means is not the same as the average. They a little bit more well suited off. So with that being said, their home defense setup, they got like a house, big old house, land, a whole gun range in their backyard, stuff like that. Though to me, those videos, like your opinion don't really count. You get what I'm saying? Like, what's the point of you even making a home defense video talking about home defense setup and you got a long ass AR-15? Like, bro, I mean, I'm subscribed to those type of people. You get what I'm saying? The Honest Outlaws, the Colion Noir. I'm not gonna include him because I've watched his and he has various different options. Stuff like that. His is pretty good. But I'm not trying to throw anybody under the bus. For example, I'm just saying, generally speaking, their opinion for the most part don't count if they live in a big house. Or for anybody that do have a big old house, if you're unable to put yourself or go back in time or put yourself in the average person's shoes who have an apartment or relatively small house or townhouse, you get what I'm saying? Even they got a big house, but it's a big house in a suburbs. Like it's another big house right next to your big house. You get what I'm saying? And the yard ain't that big. It's within city limits, so you're not about to be shooting in your backyard, nothing like that. You get what I'm saying? So a lot of the videos I was seeing was like the big name brand people, big old yard. They got rifle, 308, home defense, AR-15, full size. None of that stuff is adequate for the specific needs that I was trying to find. Me, I'm between like an apartment type of setup, or it'd be like just a regular. I don't know. I'm not too big on the houses and the names and stuff. I guess you would call it maybe a single family house, maybe. I don't know. But just a regular size small house. It might be like a 2-3 bedroom. You might got a basement down there. Nothing too big, you know what I'm saying? Nothing too major. So this is regular like suburb type of house at the biggest, you know what I'm saying? But but I'm trying to base it on the smallest, because at the end of the day, the smallest will most likely be the safest. You get what I'm saying? Because if you go too big and then you try to use that setup for the smallest setup, which would be like renting a room or being in an apartment, you know, then it most likely ain't gonna work, because now you're gonna be over penetrating and all kinds of stuff. So basically, in a nutshell, I'm trying to find what's the best home defense setup for an average person that's just renting a room, got an apartment or a small house setup, okay, with people in it. Now, in this video, I'm gonna talk about both, I guess, and interchangeably, but I'm gonna make sure I, let you know what's going on with each. But so let's get into it. So you got pistols for home defense, okay? That's pretty much everybody's. Let me zoom this in a little bit. That's pretty much everybody's standard go-to setup right there. Cool little pistol. Make sure you have a light on it, okay? Whatever caliber you choose to put on your pistol, that's on you. It ain't no special caliber. It's whatever you can shoot with, whatever you can afford to keep, whatever you accurate with, you feel comfortable and not just comfortable, but damn, I'm having a damn brain fart. The word is so simple. That's crazy. Damn. That's crazy. But confident. There we go. God dang. Not just comfortable, but confident, okay? So for right now, I'm rocking with 9mm. I like rather 9 or 4.5. However, I just got 9 right now. Everything I got is 9. I'm just kind of hesitant to start spreading myself too thin with all these different calibers. But that's a different subject. But if you choose a pistol, you got that. Make sure you have a light on it. Red dot sight, again, that's optional. If you want it, it don't matter. Long as whatever gun you choose, you can use it. You're comfortable with it. Me giving my opinion based on my experience, I would suggest the biggest pistol you're comfortable with, and mandatory a light. Just those two, like right here, yeah, like these two right here, something like that. This could be a SIG, this could be a Glock, what it is. It could be a Smith & Wesson, whatever you choose. It could be a 40, it could be a 4.5, but something a nice adequate size. Because the bigger the gun is, the bigger the pistol is, the easier it is to control. You get what I'm saying? And the more accurate it is, especially with iron sights. When it comes to shooting, and it's more controllable. The recoil, everything just is better with the bigger the setup. What some people say, they like a smaller gun and they can shoot. Like my boy Spin Firearms, check his channel out. He got a bunch of subcompacts. He say he shoot his Glock 26 better than his 19 and any his full size gun. That's his preference. Cool, I ain't knocking it. If that's what you adequate with, comfortable and confident with, then go with that. Okay, so out of the options, we got the pistol. Okay, we got a shotgun. And then we got a rifle. Okay, so and the reason why I'm really making this video is because this is what I'm going through right now. Like I'm really trying to. I've been thinking about like what setup do I want to have for home defense, so I can get on top of that, get it out the way, and lock in with it, So I've been having to do research and find out different opinions and and pros and cons of stuff. But again, it's not a lot of research, so I just got to go off my experience and see what's out there and formulate my best strategy with the knowledge that I can that I've acquired, the little bit of knowledge that I've acquired based on YouTube's got daggone stupid search. But pistol. All right, well, I'm gonna start off from the top. So a lot of people on YouTube, they quick to show their rifles, particularly 300 blackout. Okay, they showing the 300 blackout setups. They looking so badass. They so cool. They tactical out. You get what I'm saying? Okay. And then you got the 5.56, and of course you got your AKs. Okay, AK um AK is 7.62 AK out the picture, all off the break. Okay, scratch that out the picture. It's definitely not shooting that. Okay, in the house, it's gonna over penetrate way too much. That's just overboard. Okay, again, this is based on an apartment, rent a bedroom, or small house. Okay, now this also includes having people live with you, like your kids, because I'm basing this off of my life, not somebody else's. So that's why I'm giving you this perspective of how I'm coming at, how I'm living. I have children. I'm not always in my other residence where I'm by myself. And it's more a solo thing. Okay, so the AK pistol 7.62 out the door. Then we got your 5.56 rifles, which could be an AR, AK, whatever, but gotta be 5.56. 300 blackout. Okay, so we're gonna start with the 5.56, whether a short barrel or long, or 16-inch barrel. Now, I've seen this one cat. He was showing his AR pistol, and he was like, best home defense setup right here, as well as many other people showing the AR pistols. Again, everybody loves AR pistols. I love them too. I got one. It's tactical out. It's cool, but I've also been looking into getting suppressors lately. I'm about to get my first suppressor very soon. I'm stacking up money for as we speak, and doing my due diligence to see what's the good first suppressor. But on my journey of gaining knowledge about suppressors, I've that kind of brung me back to home defense, because okay, I'm getting a suppressor, home defense. And when I seen the guy's setup, it was like a 10-inch barrel maybe, and he had like a mag coupler that had 3 AR mags on it, and it looked cool. It'll get the job done. Obviously it's a rifle. It'll get through body armor, stuff like that. But because he said the best setup, now I don't know his situation, but I'm just applying that to my situation. And generally speaking, because a lot of people probably don't take this consideration, that even though you had a nice AR pistol setup, but you don't have it suppressed, it's not the best setup if it's not suppressed. Talking about rifles, anything that shoots a rifle caliber, because it's going to be extremely loud. Okay, now I see a lot of people with those setups and saying that the home defense and all of that, you want to shoot your Draco at somebody. You come in my house, I'm gonna shoot this Draco, I'm gonna shoot this AR pistol. Okay, it sounds sweet, but at the end of the day, how can that be the most adequate, the best setup? You have a whole world of guns to choose. You get what I'm saying? We legal, so we can go in the gun store and buy whatever we want. So out of all of this selection, why would that be the best? I think it's not, because again, it's so loud. Now, it'll get the job done, definitely, but everyone in your house is going to have hearing issues after that. They're going to have tinnitus and or months of ringing of the ears, which is, I guess, tinnitus. But they like, their ears literally are going to be ringing, actively ringing all day, every day for a nice couple months. You get what I'm saying? Especially little kids, but anybody in the house. It's that loud. Like, it's not to be played with. That ain't something you want to just be shooting inside. You get what I'm saying? Now, again, being legal gun owners, we have the whole vast wide world of legal guns we can buy. Why does the loudest gun gotta be the best option? How can that be the best option? Okay, so I'm scratching that out the picture. If it's not suppressed, if you ain't got a suppressor on it, it's scratched out the picture. Now, I know what y'all might be thinking. All right, well, if I shoot it, my adrenaline gonna be pumping. It's not gonna be that loud. That's cool for you. Your ears might not be ringing. Your adrenaline gonna eat it up, and it's gonna naturally suppress it. But the people around you, it's still going to be that loud as if you were shooting right next to them, even if they're in the room next door or something, whatever the case may be. Anybody in the whole house is going to hear it. It's going to be stupid loud, whether it's a 5.56, 7.62. Okay? Now, if you're by yourself, then don't worry about this. Never mind that. Okay, go ahead and use it. Because you don't have to worry about tearing up somebody's ears. But the quote unquote, to give something the title of the best setup. Now, the best is subjective to your situation, obviously, but even then, the best setup gotta be the best. That means you gotta do everything to the highest standards above anything else. So because that lacks in the hearing department, the hearing safety department, then that's not the best. Okay, so put a suppressor on those rifles, guys. If you want to use those tactical guns, rifles, and AK pistols, AR pistols, or rather it's a pistol, a rifle, 7.62, 5.56, whatever it is, put a suppressor on it, yo. Put a suppressor on it. You spent all that money on getting all these AKs and ARs and red dots and doing all that. You could have paid $500 to get a suppressor. You get what I'm saying? If not, then you being selfish. It's like you don't care about your kid. You care about yourself. You so worried about you looking cool, and you got something tactical. You get what I'm saying? And like I said, it does the job, definitely. I ain't taking that away from it. It's probably better than a lot of these other options. But is it worth damaging your kid, hearing them cry and can't hear and got suffer through all of that just to be able to stop the threat? Because everything else on the list gonna still stop the threat. You get what I'm saying? So it comes back. It just feel like I'm being selfish if I do that. You get what I'm saying? So if it's a gun that's gonna be in that type of setup, it gotta be suppressed. If it's gonna be one of those stupid loud, and that also it goes to any gun that is naturally loud. Like if it's a pistol, if it's like a 357, 357s are very loud. It's a very loud round. 5.7, yeah, all y'all press to show your little FN57 and your blue tips and your chopper rounds and all that stuff y'all cats talk about. Them things is loud as I don't know what in the inside. I don't know if y'all got experience with it, but I know what it's like to hear gunshots inside a building, like right there in your face. It's no joke. 9mm alone was ringing my ears. 5.7, 357 Magnum, 22 TCM. I'm not sure of 10mm, but it's a lot of loud rounds. Okay, so if it's a loud round, definitely put a suppressor on it. If not, again, if you have people to live with you, and small enclosed environment, that's not the best setup. It's not. You get what I'm saying? When you could have had something else that's suppressed or that's quieter, even without a suppressor, and it's still quieter than that, and it's still to get the job done. Okay, so just keep that in mind. So I think the best setup would be something, whatever gun you choose, the bigger the caliber and or the loudness of it gotta be suppressed. Okay, now I'm gonna going back to the 300 blackout. That's a very viable option. Now we're talking about suppressors because it's quiet. It's very quiet. I love that. Okay, but the caveat I have with the flip side to the 300 blackout, and it's where I have my hiccup, is you're not shooting the subs, right? Because the subsonics is loud. Now you could put a suppressor on a supers, and it'd be the same as putting a suppressor on the part of the conversation where I talked about the rifles, and putting a suppressor on those. It's the same thing, but we just talking about subs. 300 blackout subs. So if that's your setup, and most people who have 300 blackout home defense, that's what they want to run, shooting subs and put a suppressor on it. Okay, so if we talking about subs, now we have to be realistic. Okay, so 300 blackout subsonics, they don't do the same thing as the supersonics, even though it's still a rifle cartridge, but it's built different than shooting a supersonic version of it. It's much slower, it's underpowered, stuff like that. Basically, in a nutshell, it go from what, like 1,300 foot-pounds of energy. I ain't talking about speed, I'm talking about the foot-pounds when it hits something. You know, rifles give you massive foot-pounds of energy, like 1,000 plus, because it's rifle. Pistols don't get up that high. When you shoot, talking about subs now that goes damn near cut in half. Now it's like 500 top foot-pounds of energy. I'll say between 500 and 600 actually. Yeah, about 500 or 600 foot-pounds of energy from a 300 blackout subsonic, and it's quiet. However, it's more expensive to buy. So do I have to get that if I'm looking to get something suppressed and I want something in a rifle type of setup? Because now that we rung the stopping power down to pretty much a pistol foot-pounds energy range, why not use the pistol, a PCC, excuse me, or a suppressed pistol, but a 9mm PCC. 9mm PCC, even not even using subs, still going to be much quieter than shooting a rifle. But you put a suppressor on it and shoot subsonics, still going to be much quieter than, you know, shooting a rifle. But even without the suppressor, you know, it's going to be loud, obviously, but it ain't going to be like stupid loud like what I explained about the rifle. So you can get a 9mm PCC, and in today's technology, man, you can get 9mm bullets all day that'll give you 500 foot-pounds energy, or whatever designated cartridge you want to use. It ain't got to be 9, it could be a 10mm. We already know 10mm can get up to 700 foot-pounds energy, but we got 9mm rounds that can get up to 450, 500. Again, 300 blackout was about 500 to 600. So you can, you know, you can get a 9mm that's getting up there that might be cheaper than a 300 blackout. So just weigh all your options. You get what I'm saying? That's what I'm trying to say. Because it's like everybody just jump on the 300 blackout bandwagon, and you could have got the same performance with cheaper bullets that'll still give you the same foot-pounds of energy. You can still put a suppressor on it. It's going to be quiet. You get what I'm saying? So just weigh all that out. Because I love 300 blackout. I never had one before, but there's a specific build that I want to build. But I'm hesitant to build it, at least right now, because right now I'm worried about priorities. And if it's not a priority to have to build it over the PCC variant that I could build, which would be cheaper, possibly, I guess, because I don't know, I haven't deeply dived into it, but I'm not gonna do it because I know the 300 blackout build that I want to do is going to run me some money. You get what I'm saying? Well over $1,000, because it's everything I want to do to it. You get what I'm saying? But then we also got to go into the facts that I spoke about in my last video, my last presentation about the truths about shooting your expensive guns for home defense, self-defense. Are you willing to give up that Honey Badger that's so quiet and perfect for home defense, or this 300 blackout amazing setup you got that costs $1,500, $2,000? You got all this expensive stuff on it and all of that. Are you willing to give that up? Because it's a home defense setup, right? That's what you're putting on YouTube, and you showing off to everybody. Best home defense setup. You got all this stuff, 300 blackout and all that. All that money. Are you really about that life? Are you really willing to give that up? And then got to build it all over again, because now you don't have it no more. So now your home defense setup that's so perfect is gone. So now what? You get what I'm saying? Then you gotta do it all over again. So with that being said, I wanna do my at least this time for this first build. Like I said, everything I'm doing now is just like priority, and looking cool ain't a priority. So budget friendly is a priority. Trying to get armed on a budget and get it out the way. At least I'm armed. You know what I'm saying? I'd rather be armed than trying to save up forever and spend all this money to get tactical out that's gonna do the same thing as something budget. You know what I'm saying? So that's just me. So I'm trying to weigh all my options out. So I haven't decided which route I wanted to go with this home defense, the perfect home defense build for my situation. But I know a lot of people might go through this brain fart issue with the home defense. They just like don't know which one is the best. You know what I'm saying? So it's between a 300 blackout subsonic build, and it won't be expensive. It'll just be a straight up pitch black gun with a cool little light on it, nice little red dot. Ain't gonna be probably a Romeo 5 or something. I don't need no fancy stuff and all that, because it's home defense. It's gonna get taken. So why would I spend $500 just to show off for YouTube that my shit looks cool and it's gonna get taken? That's just dumb. Like, it ain't that serious, bro. Now, to each his own. If you got it like that, then do it. But again, you average Joe like me, you know, and you really appreciate everything you get, the little things, then no, I'm not doing that. Okay? So between that and instead of me doing my dream 300 blackout build, which is the build that I said which would be very expensive because I got specific stuff I want to do to it, that ain't gonna be my home defense one that I would build the first time. That's one option. The second option would be a PCC 9mm that I'm going to suppress, because again, I'm getting my first suppressor, and this suppressor is going to be for this build, going to be for the home defense. Why? Because I have kids, people live in the house. I ain't trying to have everybody deaf. Clow, 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 loud ass gunshot sounds. No, put a suppressor on it. So I'm rocking with that. You get what I'm saying? Or if I just happen to don't do that, it ain't gonna be something that's gonna be too loud. Anything that's too loud is X'd out the equation off the break. And yeah, I sliced my damn finger open. Y'all check the knife video out. I just dropped my first survival knife video. Go check it out. That thing is so sharp. Literally sliced my finger this morning. But anyway, it'll be a PCC, whether 9mm or 4.5, honestly, because 4.5 is very quiet suppressed. That's already a natural subsonic round, or 9mm, and I'll suppress that with just pretty much a PCC suppress. I'm thinking about getting another Draco 9mm. That was my first AK I ever bought. Draco 9S 9mm. I was thinking about rather getting that or Nock 9, you know, some type, or AR9, something like that. Throw me my first press on it, good to go. The thing gonna be nice and quiet, get the job done. Okay. Also, obviously, we have the pistol. I could use this, or I could just do another build. Throw threaded barrel on it, an optic, suppress that, bang. And then we have outside of the pistol, or the pistol also would be a 9 or 45. It's the same as the PCC. They 45 suppress well and stuff like that. The pistol is kind of at the back for me, because it's like it's cool, get the job done, you know, but it's like I don't want to put too much concentration on just having that, and that's not good enough, or that's all I got. I feel like that's something that'll be like, or if I got a pistol for home defense, I got another home defense setup like a PCC or a suppressed rifle or something like that, or a shotgun already ready, laying next to it on the other side of the bed. But to just have this by itself, and that's it, to each his own. But I just don't feel 100%. I'm not sure yet. And then lastly, we have a shotgun. So, but I like the pistol though, because the pistol obviously is still going to be there. So it's like it's going to go hand in hand with whatever you choose. So I do like that. So regardlessly, it's still going to be a pistol for home defense, and I want a designated pistol for that. That I know it's going to get taken by the police. So it ain't about to be no damn staccato. It ain't got to be no damn Prodigy, nothing unreliable. It ain't about to be nothing expensive or unreliable. That's too cool for school. Ain't nothing like that. It'd be something simple like this, or not this. Well, yeah, this, but something like that. It's just like a pistol. A shotgun is cool. I'm going on 30 minutes, so I'm about to kind of wrap this up. But a shotgun is cool. But again, speaking on the living environment situation criteria, I'm kind of on eggshells about that too. Kind of iffy. Again, I got to do some more research because depending on the setup, a shotgun might could be too big of a liability. Obviously, all of them going to have over penetration, but the PCC and the rifle options are giving me the best accuracy, the best confidence, everything hands down. Is like everything is a plus, check, because you got all them points of contact. You know them bullets is going where you shoot them. Boom. Shotgun is like some of those go down a little bit. You know, the accuracy ain't always 100% there. Well, not necessarily, because I'm thinking of a pistol grip. So as long as you got a stock on it, something like that, or even without the pistol grip, the biggest thing is just what if the bad guy's not necessarily right in front of you, or he's standing at an angle that's right in front of your kid's room, or something like that, or somebody's in that room. You know, you got to think about your angles. So your home defense gun setup also has to correlate to the angles that you're going to be shooting. You have to go in your house and look at all your angles. What's the angle to my front door? What's the angle to my back door if I'm right here in my house? 90% of the time. Most of the time, something happened, I'm going to be in the bedroom, going to be asleep. This is where I sleep at. So what are my angles from here to where I got to shoot? You get what I'm saying? So the shotgun, because it got that spread, after about a certain amount of feet, it'll start to open up. Now, if they close in front of you, it don't matter. It's not going to open up that far. Maybe like the size of a fist or two. But at a certain distance, it's going to start to look like a basketball, and then two basketballs, and then, you get what I'm saying? So you just got to weigh all your options, guys. That's all. Just do your due diligence. So I just want to throw you these little pointers, throw you these little food for thought tips and stuff I've been thinking about, considering. Just help you reconsider and rethink about, is your home defense setup really the best setup for you? Is it really? Is it the quietest setup? Is it the most? Basically, it has to be the most quiet setup you can get, the most powerful setup you can get, the least over penetrating setup you can get if you live single, and you know that's subjective and all of that about the penetration, because you know you got your angles and all of that, and does it have enough rounds? Does it scratch off as many variations of home invasions as possible? Or you got one or two people, or you got three to four, five, six people. Do they have bulletproof vest on? Most likely not, but do they got vest on? You know, so you got to look at all the criteria and see how many of them do a check, okay? Because I see a lot of people showing their home defense setups, and to me it looks like y'all not checking off enough boxes. Y'all just showing guns that look cool, and when I see them, like, well, how you got that expensive of a gun, but you ain't got a suppressor on it, and what are you gonna shoot that in your house, and you gonna be deaf? And it ain't a guarantee. It ain't 100% guarantee that your ears are even gonna block out the sound. It might be so loud you might startle yourself, and now you're deaf. You're just as deaf as everybody in your house. You know what I'm saying? That's not a guarantee. So just keep all of that in mind, guys. That's all. So just drop a comment. Let me know what your thoughts is, what your setup is. Maybe you can give me some insights and stuff like that. And very soon I'm gonna be working on my home defense, my best home defense build, outside of just the pistol. And I'll be posting that Right now, I'm finishing up my 47 build. You don't want to miss that one. So until the next time, guys, thanks for watching. Make sure you always aiming and stay safe.